Okay guys, Leo the video game guy here, and you wanted it, you asked for it. You're going to get a new 2016 video game room and pop culture room tour. Please hit that like button. I'm a big fan of people hitting the like button. Guys, stick around. I got some cool stuff to show you. Let's see what I got. Alright guys, to start off, here are some of my handhelds, including my very favorite Pikachu Edition 3DS XL. I also have two Zelda Link Between World Editions. I have the Super Smash Bros. Blue Edition 3DS XL and the Yoshi Edition. Very happy to get those. Those are all sealed brand new. I also have all the original Pokemon games, Yellow, Red, Blue, Gold, and Silver, except Crystal. And I also have Tetris, which is the first Game Boy game I ever played. Here's some pop figures. I have some Ghostbusters, and of course a Loot Crate exclusive Dr. Emmett Brown, the 3D glasses for the Sega Master System, and there's a Nintendo Power Glove. I also have a very nice Sega Game Gear with a nice bright LED screen. I have a mint condition in box Sony PSP, real happy to have that. I also have this Gameboy Advance Sp. It's this rare Arctic Blue edition from Nintendo of Europe. You actually couldn't buy this here in America, so this is actually a very rare version of it, and it's actually sealed brand new. Real cool to have that in my collection. I have a Game Boy Advance complete in box. This is the pink see-through edition. Real cool to have that. I have a couple Game Boy Colors complete in box, including the original teal edition and the Dandelion edition. Down here I have an Atari Lynx 2. It actually works great. I just need a battery cover for it. And then I also have another Sega Game Gear. This is the Blue edition. So pretty cool to have that. This is a Sega Genesis complete in box. This is actually a rare version of the Streets of Rage 2 Fighting System edition. This is worth about $150. I also have a Sega Cd complete in box. I was real cool to score that down at the swap meet. I think I paid $40 to $50 for it. Down here I have a pretty cool little Mario figure, and I have some DS games and things like that down here. Just different Mario games and some Pokemon games. As you can see, I have several copies. I've managed to, pick up a lot of these down at the swap meet, so can't go wrong with having those ready to go in stock. I love this edition of the PlayStation 2. This is the white Sony PlayStation 2 edition with the matching white controller. This is my favorite version of the system. I love white editions of systems, so I have this because there are some great PlayStation 2 games. This is my favorite part of my collection, my Fallout collection. As you can see, I have the little Fallout bobblehead, Loot Crate exclusive, and the Lunchbox. I also have this, and this is my exclusive Pip-Boy. I really enjoy it a lot. I love having it on display with a little Robco Pip-Boy model display stand, and that's the case it comes in. This is my Fallout Anthology PC Collector's Edition, which includes all of the Fallout games from Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Fallout 3 Game of the Year, and Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. And there's Hogan. I wanna be an American. And then I also have these Fallout Vault Boy GameStop exclusives. I picked up 3 of those. Those are different from that bobblehead up there. And then I have my Nuka-Cola Quantums. I have 3 of those. I actually gave one to my buddy Dan the Link for a birthday gift. Here I have this really cool Monopoly Fallout edition. Real cool to have that. And of course my Fallout 4 Steel Case edition of the game. Let's get that paper off there. Yeah. I also have a couple of Vault Dweller survival guides because I bought one, and actually someone bought one for me for Christmas along with that Art of Fallout 4 book. I also have a bunch of Fallout Pops, including the Hot Topic exclusives. Lots of these. These are really cool. I don't really collect Pops, but I do for Fallout and a couple of the other things like you saw Ghostbusters, Back to the Future. Real cool to have these though, my favorite being the T60 Power Armor Hot Topic exclusive. And of course this rare version, this Brotherhood of Steel version that doesn't have the Brotherhood emblem on the Power Armor is worth about $35. This Hot Topic exclusive is pretty cool too, the T60 Power Armor. This Fallout Legacy Collection figure I got from Toys R Us, and it was the Power Armor edition. As you can see, I also have a couple other box systems, including this Nintendo Super Mario 3 Challenge set, and I also have an action set down here. And down there, as you can see, a Power Glove box. I also have this 5.4-inch color game screen for the original Xbox, which made your Xbox portable. And I also have this big Super Mario, it's a 20-inch Super Mario action figure. Pretty cool. I have this Japanese PlayStation 3 White Edition complete in box. Pretty cool to have that. And then of course I have this 40GB PlayStation 3. This was actually my second PlayStation 3 as I bought the first one when it came out on launch day. I also have the Japanese Nintendo 64 complete in box, and of course, as you know, my Star Wars Battlefront PS4. Real cool. And then of course I have a Nintendo 64 complete in box and some WWE action figures. I am a fan, including this Bret Hart Defining Moments figure. This figure is actually worth over $125. Some people are asking in the $200 to $250 range for this one wrestling figure. So just so you know, Mattel wrestling figures can be worth money. This is worth about $500 to $600. This is my WWF Smoking Skull championship belt. So real cool to have this. This is the original WWF logo edition, and kind of hard to find. It goes for a lot of money on eBay. This is an actual metal full-size adult replica, so look it up and check it out. Up here I have a couple Comic-Con exclusives, Kid Robot Mega Man and Kid Robot Breakman, real cool. And of course my pride and joy, my Miracle Piano teaching system, the Nintendo version. I have that conversion PC kit up in the upper right. And then of course it's being guarded by Robbie the Robot. He is under explicit instructions to let no one touch this. Up here I have a Nintendo GameCube original controller sealed and a real cool Star Wars Gigapet Yoda. And of course I have a 1980s Rubik's Cube and Slinky because, well, they're iconic. Now, if you're a fan of Leo the Video Game Guy, you know I'm a fan of Super Nintendo games complete in box and 3DO games complete in box. Now, here's some of my Super Nintendo games, including Legend of Zelda, Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy III, Contra 3, Turtles in Time, Axelay. I've got 2 copies of Chrono Trigger, Harvest Moon. Over here I have some boxed in 64 games, including a couple copies of Mario in 64. Another thing I love collecting is complete in box Sega Genesis games. Now, as you can see, I have some Sonic games, some Street Fighter games, Aladdin, one of my favorites, Aladdin, and of course some Ninja Turtle games, including Tournament Fighters, and then over there Hyperstone Heist. I also have Contra Hardcore and the original Ghostbusters for Sega Genesis. I also have the Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition on the Nintendo Wii. That's complete in its box. I have some complete in box Nintendo NES games, my favorite being the rare Contra Force and the Legend of Zelda games. I picked up those Zelda games over at Book Off, and I did pay a premium price, but they were in pristine condition. Now, I also have these rare NES controllers complete in box. Those are original NES controllers. And then down here I have some of my personal favorite PlayStation 1 games, including the Marvel vs. Capcom and different Capcom superhero fighting games, and my personal favorite Starfighter and Theme Park. If you haven't played Theme Park for the original PlayStation 1, it is a real quirky and eccentric humor type game that is not to be confused with Sim Theme Park. This is the original Theme Park by Bullfrog, which you can also play on PC. I do have some Sega Game Gear games complete in box and a couple extra manuals for some games I have out of box. Real cool to have those. And then over here, these are some of my sealed games for different systems, including PlayStation 2, Wii, Xbox, things like that. I have some real cool games, including the Mega Man X collection for the GameCube, a couple copies of Mario Party 7, and a couple Resident Evil game discs. I have a Conkers on Xbox, Original Live and Reloaded. Real cool to have these. And a couple sealed DS games, including The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, this is kind of cool. This is actually an original Sega Genesis Game Genie complete in box, and this is a sealed Super Mario All-Stars 25th Anniversary Edition for the Nintendo Wii. Never going to open that. I actually find them quite frequently down at the swap meet open. And then I also have quite a few Sega Master System games. I have about 80 games. I am about, 50 or so games, 40 games removed from having a complete set, including having this real cool Power Strike Mail Away. This is actually a very rare Sega Master System game, and I actually sold off a couple of the games in order to pay for, buying the entire collection, which I got for a great deal. At one point I said, you know what though, man, it'd be real cool to go for an entire collection since it's only 100 or so games and the entire Sega Master System library. Over here I have some real cool Dragon Age Inquisition. These are Comic-Con exclusive playing cards, and it even has a little Comic-Con exclusive stamp there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is, Comic-Con edition. So those are kind of cool for Dragon Age and Dragon Age Inquisition fans. Down here I have some more sealed games for the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, including a couple copies of The Legend of Spyro sealed. I have some sealed PC games, and I have quite a few copies of Battle for Middle-earth 2 on the PC. Now here I have a complete in box Sega Menacer. This is actually really cool, and I got it for an absolute steal, $10. And I actually have a complete in box Silent Scope light rifle for the original Xbox. Now this is actually really cool and actually a pretty valuable item. I also have the Electronic American Pinball. This is actually pretty rare if you're familiar with these Tomy pinball related products from the 70s. And I also have a complete in box Nintendo Power Set Entertainment System. I also have a extremely cherry, another Nintendo action instruction set box, entertainment system complete. And then I also have my Robbie the Robot box. I have Rob the Robot, as you saw up top, but I don't have the foam or any of the other innards for this, so I want to complete this one day. And then of course I have my favorite items, my 3DO games here. I'm a huge 3DO fan. Huge 3DO fan. If you are not a fan of 3DO, you're crazy. And then of course I'm another Tomy product here. And then I also have some complete long box PC games, including my favorite Empire Earth, and some other games as well, including Thief Gold, Half-Life 2, and the SimCity games. There's my Power Morpher, Power Rangers replica Morpher, diecast metal, and my autograph photos from Jason David Frank, the original actor who played the Green Ranger. And of course up here I have my WWF Hasbro figures sealed, including my Ultimate Warriors, Mr. Perfect, and Coco Beware. I just started collecting these actually, and I'm a huge WWF Hasbro fan. Now here I have my 12-inch Mattel Ghostbusters action figures. Here you see Peter Venkman, and we have Winston holding the Slimer pack, Proton pack. These are from Ghostbusters 2. Of course we have the late Harold Ramis in his Ghostbusters outfit, and Ray Stantz. So real cool to have those. And then my favorite action figure related pop culture item in my room is my talking Turbo Man from the Jingle All the Way movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the kid who played Anakin Skywalker in the first Star Wars movie. And of course my Mattel Hoverboard. This is a Mattel, an actual replica hoverboard. This is real cool to get and was actually sold out very quickly on the Mattel Matty Collector website and are now selling for a premium on eBay. Now this is actually my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collection. I've had a couple requests to show this to you guys, so I'm going to show you. This is my Legacy Talking Tiger Saba Saber Sword, and of course my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collection is protected by Spider-Man and Jedi Mickey. I also have the Dragon Dagger and the Legacy Megazord and Dragon Zord in this upper shelf here, and the Green Ranger and White Ranger Legacy exclusive, Toys R Us exclusive action figures. Down here I actually have the Millennium Falcon, and then back there I have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers official fan club complete in box, so real cool to have that. I also have two of the Toys R Us exclusive Legacy Morphers, including the regular Power Morpher and the White and Green Ranger version. And then back there I have a couple autographed White Ranger and Gold Team figures. Here's another 8-inch Gold Team action figure, and here's some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo figures. These are the original releases of the Zeo fliphead action figures. They are very rare. And then down here, here's another very rare Dragon Dagger exclusive that came with the fliphead, and a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers board game that is sealed as well. Now we are almost out of time, so I'm going to show you this real cool badass official Bart Simpson Vehicle of Destruction skateboard from the Simpsons show. That's an original one. This was released in 1990 and is very rare and hard to find. Real cool. And of course, guys, you know my Toys R Us exclusive Buzz Lightyear and Woody, so real cool to have these. And last but not least, this is my current PS4 collection with some of the games I'm currently playing, including this real cool Arkham Knight Steelbook. I think this is real cool. This actually came with the limited edition that came with the Batman statue. Of course, Fallout 4, which I've already beaten and I'm still playing, and The Witcher 3, which is just an amazing RPG. That's why it won over 200 awards. The game I'm actually playing right this second, though, Grand Theft Auto 5 is awesome, is Dying Light, and that is the game I'm playing right now. It's a real cool survival horror zombie game, very open world. You guys got to check it out. It's first person, and I also just recently picked up the Phantom Pain, so real cool to play this. I hope you guys enjoyed my video game room tour for 2016. Please comment in the comment section below and tell me what your favorite item in my video game room is. And go ahead and hit that like button, because I love like buttons, and I'll tell you what, if you hit that like button right now, I'll give you 1 billion feathers, literally 1 billion feathers off of the rarest bird on the face of this planet. I'm so serious. I will send it to you in your mail tonight. Thank you guys so much, and now it is time for you to wake up from this dream, because none of this was real. Goodbye.